my channel. Thank you so much for being here and watching today's video. I hope you're all having a lovely day whenever you're watching this. Today it is a Sunday for me and I thought I would sit down with you guys and actually do like a full GHD curler hair tool review. I feel like I get a lot of questions of like which tool to go for different things and like what my main tools that I use for my hair are, and I get a lot of questions about the Dyson and the GHD and things like that, and I use the Dyson usually twice a week on hair wash days, and that's usually about it, and then every day with my side bangs usually. So that's my way of using it, and it's not every day. It's taken me almost like 8 months to get the swing of it, and it is an incredible styler. Like, I really do recommend looking into it, but obviously it's a huge investment, so it's something that I guess you need to just feel like you'd use a lot, and it would be something that would benefit like your hair routine. Obviously everyone styles their hair differently, and I mainly only use it to curl my hair, but I also then on all the other days use GHD stylers. So I have like the Creative Curve wand, I have the Classic, I have the Hot Rise brush. I'm trying to think what else I have. I'm like looking over, and then I've got the Curved Tong, which was one that like I've recently been kind of trying out a little bit more, and they all do similar but very different depending on kind of how you want to style your hair. So I thought I would just sit down, talk a little bit about that with you guys, and also share using my newest GHD styler, the Rise Volumizing Hot Brush. So I've had this for about 3 weeks. I've been trialing on and off, and I recently shared a little reel of me using this, but I thought it'd be nice to kind of sit down and kind of share my tips and tricks first with this, and then if you are interested in hearing like my review on all the other ones, then I'll do that near the end of the video as well. But first off, I'm going to use the 2 heat protectors that I have from GHD, the Curly Ever After, which I'm like nearly running out of, but I basically just do this throughout my hair, all over. My hair was curled yesterday, so I kind of like sleep on it and it kind of goes a little bit like this, but I like to do touch-ups to kind of create more of a beachy or glam wave as well. I'm also, for anyone out there that has side bangs, I will show you how I style these as well. And I always start with my side bangs because I find that they need to have the most hold. So I have a little like Velcro roller from Amazon and some clips from Amazon, and I just find using that to hold it in place while I'm doing the rest of my hair just the best way to create that really nice like bouncy side bang effect. So I'm going to use the Pick Me Up heat protector now and basically just dampen my fringe to about, I want to say like 40%, and then just kind of brush through that. So I just kind of curl it as one, even though you can kind of curl it outwards, but I find the most volume with the fringe is best to curl it like that together. So I'm just going to basically go a few times with the brush up and over. And I find with this brush, it's just a lot of kind of like movement with the hot brush. It really does create a really nice volume with the hair. Also, excuse the fact that I'm going to be looking at myself in the viewfinder just because I don't have a mirror in front of me. So this is my way of being able to see what I'm doing, but kind of just creating that volume and then lifting as I kind of go. And my fringe is quite long at the moment, so I actually have to go like fully back. So the fringe feels like hot and I've got it in place a bit better. I get one of my Velcro Amazon little curlers, and I'm just gonna go like straight to the root here and put that in place. I find that this holds better if you have like little clips, so I just use some little black clips from Amazon just to hold this in place. And I just think that doing side bangs first just works better because then the side bangs will not fall out throughout the day. It just adds that hold. So that is in place, and then I'm going to section my hair into like 3 sections. I do like the top half up like this, and then I section the bottom bits into 2 as well because I've got a lot of hair and I just find this the easiest way to do it. So I'm going to section these 2 like so. And then with the Rise Hot Brush, I use the Pick Me Up heat protector just a little bit to the roots, just because I like to be like super volumized with the curls, and I really like how that gives that lift, that heat protector. And then just using the other heat protector on the bottom, I'm kind of just like brushing through. I would say with the Rise Hot Brush, make sure you brush through your hair before using it, because otherwise your hair might get a little bit caught. But just sectioning and you getting like a section like this, and then getting the hot brush and kind of doing behind and kind of like curling from the root. So you're curling like away is what I'm doing now. So this creates more of like a beachy wave away from the face. You can do it inwards. The great thing about this is you can do like multiple different hairstyles. So I'm doing a like kind of beachy wave effect, which kind of creates more of a blow dry effect like that. But you can also do a kind of like straight under curl by doing this and then just kind of staying on the bottom for a bit longer and curving the hair in like that. So it creates that really nice kind of bounce and shape to the face, and then you could like alternate throughout and kind of do it outwards, and that creates like a really nice kind of flicky straight look that still adds that volume to the hair. But I'm going to do the curls today to show you all. So just getting like another little section like that, and then again coming from like the root and just kind of twisting away and holding on to like the little bit of the bottom, just kind of pulling and twisting as you go. And as you can see, it just creates like a really nice bouncy kind of volumized curl. So I'm going to do the rest of this side and show you as I go. And I'll do a little time lapse so that I'm not just talking at you guys the whole way through. Nice like bounce. It's kind of like a blow dried beachy wave effect, which is why I really like it, and I like the fact that I can do my fringe with it, because usually carrying my Dyson around with me to use that like circled kind of blow dry brush on my fringe is really heavy, as well as carrying like a styling tool for the days that I haven't washed my hair. So this just kind of allows you to do the both in one if you do have side bangs like me. But yeah, the other one's also amazing, which I will get to, but as you can see, it's just a really nice bounce, and you can get closer to the root if you wanted and do more volume by kind of turning outwards and like up like so. So you can create that volume by doing that, kind of holding on that area and then dragging through like quite quickly. And it just kind of adds that volume here to the root as well. So I'm going to do the back section off camera just because I need to kind of like go and look in the mirror of what I'm doing, and then I'll come and show you how I kind of do it away from the face here. But as you can see, doing that curve in as well, if you wanted like a straight look, is a really nice way of using it. So it's kind of got that multi-use to it, that you can do straight and curly looks, which I really, really love personally. Okay, so now onto this section of the hair, just doing it away from the face again. So I kind of go over and put it behind that section near the root and kind of like twist it around as if you're doing the curl, and then pull through. And this bit here isn't hot, so you can kind of twist as you go. It took a little bit of practice for me personally, but once you kind of get the hang of it, it's actually really good because it kind of soothes the hair as you're kind of pulling through. You're able to kind of brush through, so it creates a really nice soft curl and wave. And then again, just getting like that much section of hair, putting it behind and then curling away like so, and just kind of pulling through. I sometimes like get to here and then I grab the hair and go back to the root and do it one more time just to make sure that I've got that curl that I'm after, like so. And then you've got that like bouncy curl like that. And then I don't actually have the hairspray that I usually use. I usually use the Final Fix GHD hairspray. I don't know what's going on with my words today and getting them all muddled, but the Final Fix GHD hairspray, which is amazing because it doesn't leave your hair feeling like too crispy, and I like the kind of hold it gives, that it's like, I mean, it lasts a while. I mean, I've done nights out and my hair hasn't budged, so I like the hold it gives. It allows you to still brush through at the end and have that kind of soft feel to the hair. So I usually use that one. At the moment, I'm using the normal hold Lynette hairspray, which again, really, really good. And then I just kind of hairspray as I go and do the section. So now I'm going to section these two top bits into two, only for personal preference because I have a lot of hair. So I'm just going to section like that, and then section this part in the back to the side because my parting kind of means this side of my hair has less hair. And then I'm just going to continue and do the same on this side, and I'll show you when I get to the front so you guys can see as well. But just again, getting sections like that big and then curling away here so that both the curls kind of meet at the back. is the hair all done. I'm just going to do one last spray. And then while I'm letting my fringe and my curls kind of set in place before I kind of style them, I thought I would talk through the curlers. So I'm going to leave little video clips here on the screen of reels that I filmed in the past, starting with a reel that was filmed probably a year ago now, to this day, I want to say, and using the Creative Curve one. So this was my first GHD styler that I got. It is a curler that kind of goes smaller at the end, so you've got the barrel that, as you can see on the screen here, just basically creates more volume by the root and creates a really, really good beachy wave. So if you wanted to do like alternate waves, different ways, and create that more messy beachy wave, it's really good for that, and it can create a really, really gorgeous glam wave if you went like all the same way around the hair too. I feel like this one is a great starting point if you're new to curling your hair and you've got short or long hair. I feel like this one works really, really nicely because it works on both and creates that curl that kind of comes out and then kind of falls really, really nicely too. So this is one that I'd say is super, super easy to come to grips with and creates that really nice kind of messy beachy look to a wave. And then moving on to the classic wand. So this is a thicker barrel wand, and I'd say this is like my go-to if I just want ultimate volume and I want that blow dried effect that isn't with the rise brush, that's just more of a loose but bouncy wave. Basically with this one I can use thicker bits of my hair, so it takes me a lot quicker to use. I can basically do like that much hair and it will still curl it because it's that really thick barrel, so your hair can wrap around it and create more of like that loose but really nice kind of tight hold curl. I'd say this one is one of those ones that if you have a curler that you know can create that bouncy beachy wave, then this could be like a second option for like a future purchase that creates that more kind of loose looking wave. But then again, if you prefer that kind of style to a curl, then really recommend as well because it can get super close. Like the great thing about the barrel is because it is so thick, you can literally get up to the root with the wave, like straight up and over, as you can see I'm doing here, and it just allows that really nice loose but tight holding curl. And then one of the newest ones that I've been kind of trying out curler wise is the curve tong. So the curve tong has obviously the metal part here that you can kind of open and close. I personally still can't use this. When I go to the hairdressers, they always curl my hair at the end with this curler, and it creates a really beautiful wave if you do come to grips or you are used to kind of using that part of the tong that you can kind of flip and curl. It just makes the most effortless looking wave. I have just been using it for a natural beachy kind of curl round the whole of my hair, again curling away from my face like I'm doing here, and because it's the same kind of level, it's like round the whole way, you get that consistent curl around the whole of your hair, so it does create a really, really gorgeous curl as well. Out of the three, I have been finding if I'm doing a curl on the days I don't want to use the Rise hot brush on on the days I'm not washing my hair, I will use the curve tong at the moment because I just find it gives like a consistent curl around the whole of your head. And eventually at some point I am still practicing using the actual tong section, like the little opening bit of this, and at some point I'm hoping I can come to grips with this and create that really nice kind of effortless kind of straight but curl look that hairdressers always do on my hair. So that's something that will come with practice, but I guess this one like gives you the best of both, that you can use it and just kind of get used to using it two different ways and have a little mess around with it, which is always really, really handy. And then a little bit about the hot brush again, I'm just going to mention my thoughts and feelings towards this. I think one of the great things about this is that it's only taken me, like when I got it, 2 days to come to grips with. I remember first using it and I couldn't get my head round kind of creating the curl that I wanted like this. This is kind of like more of a blow dried bouncy wave, which you get with the Dyson in some way, but you get more volume lift with the Dyson. Whereas this, you can do both. If you want to wear your hair straight, you can do that really nice straight sleek look with the volume. You can do this curl look like this. You could do a glam bouncy like blow dried effect all the way around. You can do your side bangs. So I think out of the two that I'd recommend for like first timers, I'd say the curve tong is great for that. And then also the hot rise brush, if you like to do your hair straight and curly, then I guess it's worth the money because you can do multiple different looks with it. I will film a video very, very soon doing a straight look with it too, because I feel like that's needed. Or if I've already done one, I'll leave the reel on the screen. If I haven't, it's not there. But yeah, I feel like that is a really good aspect of that one, and the fact that you can do side bangs too. And I know like there's a lot of guys and girls out there that are getting this kind of side fringe look at the moment. It's very, very in. I mean, it is a pain. I would say everyone's always like, do I do it and get side bangs? But honestly, think about it first, because it's a lot of maintenance, like getting it cut all the time and just kind of styling it every day. Like I can't not style it because it doesn't properly go behind my ears yet. So yeah, I'd say this is great for that as well. So yeah, with styling, I'm gonna like move back over now. With styling for my fringe, I take my fringe out, which has obviously been in for the like 20 minutes that it took for me to style. And as you can see, it kind of just falls into place like that. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to gently brush through those side bangs like that. And then before kind of going through with my serums, which I'm going to show you, I'm just going to hold the side bangs in place by spraying a tiny bit of hairspray on the ends. Then I'm going to use the GHD Shiny Ever After. This is just a really nice like final shine spray. It just adds like a little bit more shine to the curls, which I really love personally. And it doesn't make the hair greasy, which is obviously ideal with hair products. You don't want your hair feeling greasy, which is why I love using the GHD products. And then I'm using the GHD Smooth and Finish Serum, my absolute go-to. I've honestly had this, I want to say, maybe for like a year and a half now, and there's so much in here because you literally need the teeniest, tiniest amount. So I rub like a little bit through my fingers and then start at the ends of the hair. And it adds a really nice shine as well. So you don't necessarily need the shine spray if you just kind of want to get one product. Then I'd recommend the Heat Protector Curly Ever After if you're curling, or the Pick Me Up Heat Protector if you're doing straight and curly looks, and then the Finish and Soothe Serum because it adds that shine, as you can see, to the bottom of the curls at the same time. But it's great for flyaways, it's great for any baby hairs. I have a lot of like flyaways and baby hairs on like the top of my hair here, and then with side bangs it's great because it kind of tames the ends at the same time. And then that is me done. The hair finished. So yeah, I always leave it a little bit before taking out that like little Velcro curler, and I'll leave these linked down below as well as like all the products too. And I do have Dyson Airwrap videos on my YouTube. I will leave them linked down below as well if you want to see kind of my tips and tricks on the Dyson Airwrap, and you can kind of see the difference in the curl that you get with that and how it is and that kind of thing. But honestly, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'm hoping this is helpful in some way and not like overwhelming to kind of finding what might work for you if you are looking to invest or purchase a new hair tool or curler. And yeah, they're all great. I do love them all. And I mean, I kind of, like I said, stick to those two, the curved tong, and then obviously this is a new one for me, so I've been really loving kind of messing around and playing around with it. And I love that it gives that kind of light Dyson Airwrap effect without having to use the Dyson, because I love the effect that the Dyson uses when I've washed my hair on those like wash hair days. So yeah, any questions, feel free to let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video. But I hope you'll have a lovely one, and I'll speak to you all soon. Lots of love. Mwah. Bye.